On assumption of office in 2015, Plateau State Governor Simon Bako Lalong promised to run an open-door policy and to deliver democratic dividends to people of the state, irrespective of tribe, religion, and party differences. To demonstrate his commitment to a new plateau, he deviated from the past experience where incoming governments abandoned projects started by their predecessors. He then swung into action by not only continuing with inherited and abandoned projects, but also initiated new ones across the state. This is in addition to landmark people-oriented projects called the Lalong Legacy Project.
We are showcasing what this government has been able to do in the areas of health, education, agriculture, works, and all the sectors of the water resources and all the sectors of the economy. We are looking at the 3 points policy thrust of this administration of peace, security, and good governance, infrastructural development. We are seeing the infrastructure, sustainable economic rebirth.
As of today, some of the inherited and new projects spread across the 3 zones of the state have been completed, while others are at various stages of completion. The Lalong-led administration recognizes the role of the media in the sustenance of democracy, as journalists are key partners in the democratic journey. To expose these critical partners to the massive developmental projects of the Lalong Rescue Administration, a media tour of the entire state was organized by the Office of the Director of Press and Public Affairs to the Governor, the Director General, Research and Documentation, and that of the Commissioner for Information and Communication. The media tour therefore afforded media professionals opportunity to assess the level of the various projects and appreciate efforts of the Lalong government on fulfilling its campaign promises of bringing succor to rural communities where majority of the people dwell. The tour, led by the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Dan Manjan, Director of Press to the Governor, Dr. Makud Simon Macham, and Director General Research and Documentation, Professor John Wade, first inspected projects in the Southern Senatorial District of the state. Notable among the projects inspected is the first 60-bed General Hospital at Mabudi in Lantan South. The project was initiated in 2005 but abandoned at mobilization stage. The Lalong government took over and remodeled it with more structures which include accommodation for patient relations, canteen, hospital ambulance bay, and water treatment plant. The main structure is ready for use. When fully functional, the hospital will reduce mortality rate in the area.
You see us, we are at the X-ray, and for us to get to where people can be treated as the General Hospital Lantan or General Hospital Shandam. So imagine a pregnant woman that is in labor that needs attention. Usually that's it, they go through here. So with the Lalong revitalizing this hospital, going to help my people a lot and going to save a lot of lives.
Apart from the main structures you are seeing, any other structures you see here was introduced by this present administration, and this thing was introduced or was awarded sometimes in November 2020. Today, not up to 5 months, you could see the level of the structures. Some are even to the point of usage.
Road construction and development is a catalyst for socio-economic development of urban and rural communities. This prompted Lalong administration to embark on the construction of 87-kilometer Damshi, Angwandadi, Kalong, Nyak, Angwanrina, Shergan Road, as well as the rehabilitation of Longville, Yelwa Shandam, Matu Junction to Plateau border. Box culverts are also being constructed to control water flow along these critical roads. There is also an intervention work at Dokan Kaswa Bridge, where a retaining wall is being built to check erosion, and the construction of 5.9-kilometer Dokan Tofa Baab Road and Kurgui with spur at Bual Road. Completion of the Kalong Bridge is a fulfillment of Governor Lalong's promise in 2016, 6 months after he assumed office. The Ajikamai Township Road Network, through direct labor, attests to the commitment of the state government in infrastructural development.
And this road links, there's a farm center, Gangnam, the home place of the Commissioner, Honorable Commissioner of Health.
Education received a boost at Ajikamai with the construction of a model secondary school, housing 4 blocks of 8 classes, public convenience, 6 hostels for boys and girls, dining hall, computer laboratory, library, as well as a 4-3 semi-detached and 6-2 semi-detached bungalows for staff quarters, as well as a multipurpose hall and already roofed technical workshop. This is replicated at the College of Arts, Science and Technology, Kurgui, and a model primary school in Yelwa. All these schools are built with structures that can be used to generate revenue.
The college was just like a ghost. It was quite so dilapidated. Now what you can see, there are a lot of structures, and the community generally is highly impressed, particularly Kurgui community, with what the governor has done. We are highly impressed. The college community is highly impressed with what is on ground. I am telling you that the academic work of the college will now be boosted, will be improved, because there are a lot of structures on ground. Classrooms are there, and hostels are there. So it means enrollment of students will even be high as compared to what it is in before.
I am sure in no distant time, people of Pampang will appreciate the governor, will appreciate his gesture for siting cars. At least maybe with time, cars will become a degree awarding school and we'll begin to see the dividends of democracy.
More or less a regeneration of this school. If you look at the existing structure that was here, we can see some of them. Compare them to what you are seeing now. These are structures that even if you take this for another 20 years, would still suffice, or even more. But the legacy project is to make a clear difference. It's a night and day situation. After these structures are completed, you know what cars will be. At least it will have the name of the cars. Even if it's going to be upgraded to a degree awarding institution, there won't be any problem.
Water, they say, is life. Recognizing its place in achieving WASH target, the Plateau State government, in conjunction with the European Union, resuscitated the Yelwa treatment plant, rehabilitated 6 boreholes, and built additional 4 that will supply water to Yelwa and Ajikamai.
Also, presently, there's an ongoing rehabilitation of the treatment plant at Shandam. So it is meant that water will be pumped or supplied through 9 inches pipe that is going to be supplied to this place, to Yelwa, to augment the water, the quantity of water that is going to be supplied to both Yelwa and Ajikamai.
The team was also at the abandoned Langtan North Local Government Water Treatment Plant, awarded at the cost of 66 million naira. The project was rehabilitated by staff of the State Ministry of Water Resources at the cost of 4 million naira. It provides 45,000 cubic meters of water per day. Now, Langtan North enjoys potable water.
As of then, the generators, none of them was functional. All the machinery, starting from the raw water to the high lift stations, none was functional. Even the treatment plant panels, none of them were functional. So we rehabilitated them within 2 months.
Also, the FRSC training school Shandam has been fitted with a 2.3-kilometer fence. It is situated at the former JSS Gupar. The government secondary school Shandam, the alma mater of Governor Lalong, enjoys state and federal government interventions, providing conducive atmosphere for learning. Still on repositioning education and healthcare, the General Hospital Shandam has been upgraded to the Plateau State University Teaching Hospital to enhance the study of medical sciences in the state.
It's already making funds available for furnishing, because you know furnishing is another serious capital investment. A month ago, you know, government employed over 200 health workers. Over 200 health workers. And definitely before we commission it again, there will be another employment again.
One of the vision and philosophy of this government has been that of justice, equity, and looking at infrastructural deficits in some of these places.
We posted our staffs who are now residents in all the projects. This is nothing but to ensure that the contractors adhere strictly to specification so that the structure can be standard. And I assure you, these structures are standard.
The Central Zone is not left out of the developmental strides of the Lalong-led administration. Work on the government model secondary school, Dengi, covers access roads around the school, construction of a multipurpose hall, staff quarters, hostels, and classrooms, where the Commissioner for Information, Dan Manjang, explained that the projects are based on Irrevocable Payment Standard Order, ISPO. At the Model Primary School, Kanke, fencing is in progress, along with classrooms, administrative blocks, and the sports facility has reached 40% completion. The 60-bed General Hospital in Kanke, initiated in 2005 but abandoned, was reactivated by Lalong administration and has reached 90% completion, as furnishing is in progress. The 200-bed General Hospital in Barak in Ladi and Mangu are meant to also meet the health needs of the growing populace.
The health indices of Plateau State would improve when this hospital comes into being and patients are being catered for.
The team was also at the Government College Pangshin, where they applauded the level of work on the school, which will now be reverted into a technical school, which was the original concept of the school known as Craft School. At the Plateau State University, Bako, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Johanna Izam, showcased the major investment of the Lalong administration in the school, in addition to the intervention of TED Fund, which came about by the lobby and synergy between the governor and federal authorities. These include ongoing construction of 3 new faculty buildings to provide offices and classrooms for the 3 new faculties added to the institution, as well as the state-of-the-art Senate building.
Only 6 universities in the whole country, representing the 6 geopolitical zones, will enjoy this privilege. And this is the first time the Plateau State University was chosen in 2019 amongst the 6 universities. So in essence, you will not find this intervention anywhere not central. It is here in Plateau.
At the Pangshin Water Treatment Plant, the technical manager, Plateau State Water Board, explains the reticulation exercise of Pangshin Township and workings of the plant.
The treatment plant has been completed and presently is in full operation. You can see behind us a new generating set, 400 kilowatts, has been provided to make sure the treatment plant works 24 hours.
The agricultural project in the state covers the potato tissue and culture laboratory in Mangu, the potato processing centers and stalls in Bokos, Haipang, Basa and Riom, among others, which were established in conjunction with the African Development Bank to improve potato farming in the state. The agreement will position the state to provide 60,000 jobs along the value chain, targeting 300,000 beneficiaries.
Essence of the potato value chain generally is, you will discover that by 2014, we had challenge of potato blight in this state, seriously, which affected potato production. So the essence of the lab is to now produce clean, improved, high-yielding varieties of potato that are free of diseases, free of other challenges. And the Tissue Culture Lab has the capacity to produce 6 million seedlings annually of potato for farming to farmers. Aside the seedlings for the potato, it has the potential too to produce vegetable seeds, which we know Plateau State is known for production of, exotic vegetable products. And I'm telling you, we have started the procurement process for powering this place and equipping the place, which I believe before the next 4 or 5 months, we have them all installed.
From this processing plant, from the raw materials of the potatoes, we'll be having chips, starch, and so many other byproducts. So it is important that with what we have in the 3 different zones here, it will provide employment and other byproducts that will be sold to different parts of the country.
In bridging the gap between the urban and rural areas and to cater for the expanding population, more health facilities are being constructed in Fobor, Jos East local government area. A 200-bed general hospital is under construction. When completed, it will house a laboratory, X-ray department, mortuary, and a staff quarters to cater for the accommodation needs of staff on all cadre. To reject the judiciary in the state, the governor demonstrated that he is indeed a proud member of the learned profession, where he is almost completing the multi-million naira Jos High Court of Justice complex. Nigerian Union of Journalists Press Center Jos is receiving a first lift 39 years after it was donated to NUJ by the then government of Chief Solomon Lar. However, the slow pace of work is a source of concern to journalists in the state. The state government, however, was quick to allay fears on completion of the renovation.
2019, that was when the job started, to last for 6 months. Unfortunately, we are where we are today because of probably the coronavirus. But we are calling on government to help us do something so that we can come back.
We hold journalists in high esteem in this state, and we'll do all that is humanly possible to make sure that we will finish this.
Plateau Printing Press, saddled with the responsibility of producing classified and security documents, established in 2012, has not operated optimally until the Lalong administration cleared a digital printing machine left at the port for over 6 years. The full-color 4-unit digital printing machine is said to be a cash cow for the government when fully functional. It is capable of producing 17,000 copies in an hour.
At the moment, government is going to train the operators on the machine. That's just what is left now for the machine to start. And I want to let you know that with this kind of facility, in fact, it is a revenue spinner for the state.
The moribund Nigerian standard will be revived as the Plateau Publishing Corporation had a state-of-the-art City Line Express machine which was installed in 2014, serviced and put to use. The monograph City Line Express machine produces 35,000 copies in an hour and can be utilized in the production of exercise books and journals. Here, the state government revealed plans to turn the corporation around.
I've just taken delivery of consumables. Only one thing was delaying us, or 2 things rather. The plates that were supposed to be supplied. So we're as equally as good as starting the production of the new machine now.
I've been given the mandate to nominate an editorial board, a workable editorial board for this company. We are working on that. We will get the governor's approval. We want to relaunch. We are going to relaunch the Nigerian standard. We will do it in a big way, and our catchment area is the Middle Belt.
Jingri in Basa local government area is a beneficiary of the infrastructural development with the building of a model secondary school. The school has administrative block, 6 hostels, 4 blocks of classrooms, assembly hall, workshop, and the main entrance gate under construction. Similarly, primary education was taken to a higher level with the construction of a model primary school in Jos South, which will enhance teaching and learning. The administration also completed and upgraded the abandoned 60-bed capacity hospital in Riom, which is now a trauma center. The hospital has already been put to use as it has served as a COVID-19 isolation center.
Riom has been engulfed by a lot of crises, and part of what the people need a lot is that of the trauma healing and the trauma support. Of course, the hospital is ready, but the trauma center is one of the things that they're working on. A lot of our people are actually in pain, and this is one of the things that will help them in stabilizing themselves.
While in Riom, the team inspected an ongoing water project, a collaborative effort between the Plateau State government and the European Union towards enhancing water supply and sanitation in the community, even as the local government benefits from the model secondary school which has advanced, with students anxiously looking forward to a better learning environment.
All about in the schools, thanking the person that is making the school. May God bless him. May God bless him and also bless his family.
Project is going very well, sir.
Built in compliance with the Disability Act, wherein ramps were provided for the purposes of enabling those who are disabled to access all the facilities.
All these projects are backed by assurances of availability of funds to complete them before the end of this administration.
There are 22 projects, as a matter of fact, scattered all over the 17 local governments, but they have been rescoped to 29 billion. Show Plateau people that we are trying all that we can within the God helping this administration not to leave a project undone.
The development projects are in line with the industrialization drive as captured in the 3-point agenda of the Lalong-led administration. Within the Jos Bukuru metropolis, the journalists also saw the projects they have been used to and almost forgetting that it was the Lalong administration that took them from various stages, some as low as 20% to completion. They include the Maraban Jamaat Secretariat Road, the Secretariat Flyover Bridge, among others. Others that were initiated and completed within the city include the Rantia Rafiki Dong Road, the Lion Zana Road, Angwanrogo Road, Yanyashi Road, Gangare to British American Junction, Rayfield to Zarmaganda Road, amongst many others that were executed during the rehabilitation of roads under the Operation Zero Potholes program. Of course, the street lights that illuminate the whole of Jos and Bukuru metropolis, which used to be in darkness, cannot pass any citizen, visitor, or journalist moving to any part of the city. The journalists all saw for themselves and also testified.
Some of them have reached an advanced level. Some they've even roofed. Some they're at the stage of maybe the assessment of what they are giving a 70-80% conclusion. And then there are hospitals that they inherited. And those ones, the only thing left is furniture and equipment. So by my own assessment, I think looking at the legacy projects, they have gone far.
They are good projects if you have to look at it from the spread and the importance they portend for the state.
There are places that the project is about 50% completion, others are at the stage of just beginning. Like the roads from Bakin Tofa is already completed, although that one we were told is the rehabilitation, so we know that it's about any moment from now it will be completed.
On the whole, it was a rewarding experience for the journalists and organizers of the tour, who all agreed that this should happen periodically in order to dispel the narratives that tend to suggest that the Lalong administration has not achieved much since coming to office. The facts in this visit, according to the journalists, prove otherwise.